Hey guys, what's going on? It's me here, and I wanted to jump on and do another video on self-sabotage. So yesterday I was live inside the Facebook group and I talked about self-sabotage, and I kind of like talked a little bit about, I talked about a lot of things actually, but yesterday actually I got thinking, and even though I did like a really long video on it, I was feeling more called to elaborating a little bit more on self-sabotage, but doing it in a way where I kind of like break down the information for you guys in nicer bite-sized pieces, but also like tangible like ways that you can walk away and kind of take the things that I'm sharing with you guys and put it into action in your own life. So I'm just gonna like probably create sort of like a video series, and so this video series is all going to be around like self-sabotage, and particularly who I really want to speak to right now, because I'm feeling so called to like standing in my own power and helping spiritual entrepreneurs right now. Entrepreneurs who are in a service-based, heart-centered, purpose-driven business. Maybe I would say like it's coaching, you're a healer, maybe a life coach, a business coach, some form of service-based business. But you're a spiritual entrepreneur, and those are the individuals that I'm feeling most called to directing my messages and my content to right now. But anybody who necessarily isn't in that, this will obviously be helpful for you as well. But I'm feeling like right now, a lot of you spiritual entrepreneurs are feeling stuck. Feeling stuck in your business, feeling stuck with your path and in your purpose. And it may also feel like you're not really moving. And I know, and you know, that you're meant for big things. But at the same time, it's like you need to be able to set your business up in a way where you're gaining consistent clients. You need to set your business up in a way where you're gaining consistent revenue, so that you can do what it is that you're called to do and to be able to show up for others in a bigger way. And so a lot of the content and the stuff that I want to talk about in this video series around the topic and the theme of self-sabotage, I really want to highlight some things that is standing in your way and help you understand these things, help you better identify these things, and also give you some tools that you can implement in your life and in your business, so that you can begin to get that forward movement, and really be able to like stand in your authentic power, stand in what it is that you're doing, and be able to build this lifestyle of freedom and abundance and impact. So like yourself, that is my ultimate desire, that is my ultimate dream, is to serve in my own power, and to be a beacon of light for others. So with that, guys, let's dive into the first part. So I'm breaking this down, and today what I want to talk about is like, why do we self-sabotage? So yesterday I went into detail on a couple of things, but I was trying to cram so much information in there that I was kind of like, I felt like I was all over the place. So today I really want to talk about like, why do we self-sabotage, and how is that preventing you from being able to like move forward and have the success that you're wanting and you're desiring in your purpose-driven business. So some of like the common themes, the most common themes as to like why we self-sabotage, and I'm going to share those 3 common themes with you in this video. And the first one is fear of failure, right? So when we self-sabotage, it's usually because there is an underlying fear and beliefs associated with that keep us stuck and keep us from not moving forward. And so when we have these fears and we have these hidden beliefs, it really it plays it plays tricks with us, and it can really keep us stuck. It can really keep us in a place of stagnation, and we don't want that, right? Like, we cannot grow. We can't grow businesses. We can't grow our impact. We can't reach more people. We can't serve when we're being stagnant and being stuck. So the first reason that I want to touch on is fear of failure. And so many of us spiritual entrepreneurs have this fear of, that we are going to do something wrong, or we're not going to do it right, or we're going to make the wrong choice. But ultimately, it comes down to like that fear of failing and what that's going to look like. Like the fear of failure, the fear of maybe, the reality of like people saying like, I told you so, or like disappointing others or disappointing yourself, really keeps us paralyzed in fear, because it's like, it's so much easier to not take action. It's so much easier to not do the thing, than it is to fail. But here's the thing, guys, like, I don't think there's any such thing as failure, even though sometimes my mind even wants to like play that trick on me and say like, because I've dealt with that for many years, is like having that fear of failure. And sometimes our minds want to play tricks on us and like, like keep us safe. And by keeping us safe, it means like not moving, not doing something that's uncomfortable, not doing something that may be challenging or hard. Because when we're safe, how can we possibly fail? But here's the thing though, failure is just an illusion. Failure is just a label that we put on things when things don't go the way that we had anticipated them to go, right? When we have an expectation, and when we don't meet that expectation, we feel as though we failed. But really, we don't fail. Really, we can look at it as this was an opportunity for growth, or this was an opportunity to learn something here for a lesson, right? So really think about this for a moment. Whatever it is that you're aiming toward, whatever it is that you're moving toward, of course you have an expectation, but the reality is like when we surrender to the process of things, eventually we're going to end up in the destination. Whatever path that we take, it's kind of like your GPS. Like you put your GPS on, and if you put in a destination, it doesn't matter if like this road on the initial like course that it like took you is like, if it's closed or if there's detours, like your GPS is going to reroute you. The universe acts very much like that. So wherever it is that you are destined to be, wherever it is that you're desiring to be, like you're always going to end up at that destination. And so don't think of it as, if I take this path and it didn't work out, like that's it, I got to throw in the towel. Like, no, you just get rerouted. And so when you surrender to the process, it becomes so much easier to do so. So that is a big thing, is like the fear of failure, right? So how many of you guys have that fear under, like deep down, the fear of failure that keeps you stuck and paralyzed, or from taking action, or from like getting uncomfortable and doing things? I can totally relate to this, because this has been a big thing for me for so many years. I've just been able to like better manage it and recognize when I'm not moving, and when that fear is coming up for me and keeping me stuck. We always have a choice, guys. We always have a choice. And the next one that I want to talk about, and this one can be sneaky as well. I know it was for me. The next one is like fear of success. Like, how many of you guys have the fear of success? Let me know in the comments. And it's kind of silly, because there's like, you want to be successful. Like, I know you want to be successful in your life. You want to be successful in your business. You want to be successful with your own self. You want to be successful with your family and your relationships and your money. Like, you want to be successful in all areas, not just your business. But here's the thing. By being successful in your business, that may mean that you're going to have to do things that other people are not going to approve of. You may have to do things that are going to change you as a person. You may have to do things that are going to require you to let go of old habits and behaviors. Or maybe when you get to success, it's going to be lonely at the top. Maybe when you have success, it's going to cause you to lose friends and loved ones. Maybe when you become successful, that means you're going to be rich. And if you're rich, then maybe you're going to be looked at as bad. Because maybe deep down at a subconscious level, you have negative limiting beliefs about money and wealth. Do you see where I'm going with this? So it's not so much that it's like if you came in and you're like, no, I'm not afraid of success. But maybe you have beliefs subconsciously embedded in your mind that are negative, that contribute to that fear of success. And so I'm not going to talk about it today. I'm going to save that for another video this week, and dive a little bit more into the beliefs associated with these fears that cause us to self-sabotage. I'm going to dive a little bit into what those limiting beliefs are and how you can properly identify those limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck. Because let me tell you this, I can give people the roadmap on how to build a business all day long. There's no doubt about it. Like, that's my background. However, if you are not internally aligned, if you are not energetically ready to move forward, if you are not carrying positive self-serving beliefs and we'll go with self-serving positive beliefs, we'll stick with that. If you're not carrying that with you alongside that business roadmap, you're not going to get far. You're not going to get far. Your inner game has to line up with your outer game. And that's what I'm talking about, like internally, right? Hey, Nan. Hey, I miss you too so much. I'm back in Toronto, guys. And I'm missing my family back in New Brunswick. Okay, so the last theme that I want to talk to you guys about, the last reason why we self-sabotage is our blocks and beliefs around worthiness. See, a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs who are in a service-based business, and I'm going to say this because these are the people who I've been working with for the last while, and I've been able to not only understand this from my own experience, but also like understanding it from like so many entrepreneurs at a deeper level, that a lot of you have blocks around worthiness. The feeling of I'm not enough. The feeling of I don't deserve this. The feeling of I'm an imposter. Right? Like who's resonating with this? Like let me know in the comments, because you're not alone. You are not alone. And so these ideas, these beliefs that we have at a core subconscious level really is correlated with the theme around worthiness and the feeling of I'm not good enough. And so when we feel like we're not good enough, it is so hard for us to take action and for us to do the thing that keeps us moving forward to the thing that we desire most. Why? Because we feel like we're not good enough. We feel like we won't be able to deliver. We feel like people are not going to believe in us. And so, again, I'm going to break these things down a little bit more in another video, and I'm going to talk about limiting beliefs. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow would be a great opportunity for me to like go deep into the limiting beliefs associated with why we self-sabotage, so that you can better identify what are those hidden beliefs for yourself. Because knowledge is key, and like awareness is key. Is like when you have the awareness and when you know what it is that you need to fix, when you know what it is that you need to heal or release, then you take your power back. Like you get to be able to choose, and you get to be able to take action that is in alignment with where you want to go, right? So there was something else that I wanted to say, and now I'm like I'm totally having a brain fart right now. So I'm really curious to know, like, why do you think you self-sabotage? Do you think you self-sabotage because more so out of the fear of failure, out of fear of success, or do you feel like you're just not good enough? Like, is it a worthiness thing? So like, I know that you have done tons of inner work. like myself, I've done tons of inner work. And really, this is what this whole like journey is about. It's like a journey of understanding and understanding ourselves and getting to know ourselves at a deeper core level, right? And as we do this, we evolve into so much, and we get to help others along the way, right? Like that is why we do what we do. But let me tell you this, it doesn't matter how much inner work that you do. Like, you don't just like go through a couple of years of like doing intense inner work and then being like, hey, I got life figured out, like I got this and like I'm good, I'm Gucci. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, I used to think that, I used to believe that, but like I'm realizing life doesn't work that way. And when I turn 40, I'm still going to be doing inner work. When I turn 50, 60, 70, like I'm still going to be doing inner work, because there's going to be a new challenge, there's going to be a new level of me. And with that comes new challenges, right? New things to learn. And so at that level, I get to learn, and I get to uncover new aspects of myself, new things that I get to heal, to grow. And so like you're going to be doing the same thing. And so that's why it's so important for us to have the awareness and not think that we have it all figured out, or that we have to have it all figured out, because life is a journey, and we're constantly up leveling. And as we constantly up level, new challenges arise, and new things come to light, and then we get to like work on that, and we get to learn from that, and then we get to like grow and experience even more, and experience even better, right? So today I just really wanted to touch on like some of the reasons why we self-sabotage. And quite honestly, it doesn't have to be one particular reason. Like, you could have all three. You could be self-sabotaging because you are afraid of failing, you are afraid of success, and you have limitations and blocks around worthiness. Like, you could have all three. I've had all three, right? And so when we understand what those things are, then we can say, okay, this is where I'm at. What's the next step? What's the next thing that I have to do to like move myself forward, right? Because who here in 2021 wants to build a consistent, client generating, prosperous, abundant, and free based like business this year? Who wants to create impact? Who wants to have an impact? Who wants to build their legacy in 2021? And what better year to do that than this year? Right? Like, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and so many things are changing and shifting in our world, and we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to stand in our light. We have an opportunity to help others and serve others, but we also have an opportunity to really embrace who we are and to live our best life, to live our dream life, and to build that dream business while having an impact and doing the thing that you know that you're called here to do. And so as you do this, I want to be here in my own light, and I want to support you, and I want to help you along this journey by shedding light on themes and topics like this, because I've gone through it. And there's always another aspect of myself that's still going through it, right? I'm not going to play. I'm not going to sit here and say like I don't still experience these challenges, because I do, and we all do. But as you grow, you get better at it, right? And like I said, as you grow up in levels, the challenges change, and new things come to light. And so I've been dealing with certain things around self-sabotage for many, many years. It's just like I have gone up in levels, and so I'm dealing with new layers of things, right? And I feel like there's so many of you out there who are dealing with this as well. And so I want to help support you with that in the best way that I can. So tomorrow, I think what I'll do is actually talk more along the theme of like the limiting of beliefs. So like how our beliefs play a role in self-sabotage, so that you can actually identify what your hidden limiting beliefs are, so that you have more power. You have more power to actually make a change and make a difference, so that you can move forward, right? I'm also going to go a little bit more in depth in a tool that I have used in the past to really like help identify what those limiting beliefs are. So I'm going to share that with you guys tomorrow. I'll come on live and I'll do that. I'm also wondering if I should like do if I should, I'm just trying to think of like how I want to like put these videos out. I might actually just save this and put this up on my YouTube channel as well, but either way, I'll figure that out. I'll figure it out as I go. Just like right now, I'm just feeling super called to like talking on these things and sharing them with you guys. So let me know what your thoughts are, what your insights are. Leave them in the comments, and I would really, really love to know like what's your main theme that you struggle with. Is it the fear of failure? Is it the fear of success? Or is it, you know, the blocks around worthiness? Or is it all three? Let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.